Throughout 2004, I would often bring my camera with me to Site 3 Open House to document what was going on, because there's a lot of really cool stuff that I just think more people need to know about. This collection is by no means a best of what happened during Open House. This is just what I happened to take a picture of on the nights that I just happened to bring my camera with me. So early in the year, we had some people doing some wood burning projects at the shop. I quite liked the shark in a top hat myself. Here, one of our members is working on some last-minute Christmas gifts that have passed their deadline, and it's some really beautiful woodwork happening here. Operating a drill press with some soapstone work. The Tronotrons have been back at Site 3 for quite a while now. There's something about playing a arcade cabinet that seems to bring people together and encourage some healthy competition and teamwork. The LED matrix wall that had been talked about for a long time actually became a reality. Here's a picture of the back of it, and someone found an old Mac that they brought into the shop. So that was fun. It actually runs, which is quite impressive, although we didn't have all the peripherals to properly interact with it. This year saw quite the expansion of Site 3's woodworking capabilities. We lost the old horizontal bandsaw due to its owner needing it back, but we got a new horizontal bandsaw, so it's all good in the universe. This was actually quite interesting and unexpected. One of our members experimented with making their own casein paint, which is a paint based on milk proteins. Sometimes I just like shallow depth of field shots. It's an easy way to make mundane stuff look pretty. In this case, the mundane stuff is a giant many-ton CNC milling machine. Mark operating a router. Well, technically in this photo he's operating a tape measure, but it's, the lead up to some routering. More shots of the LED wall. The rainbow effect isn't static, it actually shifts slowly. I think it really brightens up the whole neighborhood. This was a lot of fun. Drink Drink Revolution. We had the control pad from Dance Dance Immolation sort of given to the shop. So it was modified to hook up to a pop machine where certain beverages would come out based on you having to dance a certain pattern. It was actually quite the fun experiment and exercise in frustration. This creepy little concrete face has been living on the coat rack for a while. Again, Site 3 Open House isn't so much about solving problems and working on projects. Sometimes it's just about socializing with really cool, really inspiring people, and sometimes it's about proving that you can get some nice bokeh effects on a 14mm lens. And then sometimes, moments later, those same very conversation and chilling out with friends moments can turn into a discussion on power supplies. Things are always being modified and changed at the shop, so some pegboard was put up to reorganize the tools a little bit. And perhaps the thing I like most about the shop is the number of dangerous, if misused, tools we have available to us, and the clear markings that are often put on them. I don't know what this is, and I kind of don't want to find out, because if I knew what it was, I'd probably think it was actually less dangerous. I kind of just like having this metal box that I'm told not to use or the shop will burn down. I just find that charming. And glass blowing hit Site 3 in a big way. Here is Carrie working on I believe a lovely glass turtle. Glass blowing is kind of like watching Bob Ross paint. You can just stare at it for hours. And battle cakes. Following in the tradition of blowing up a cake of some sort during the shop's birthday. This year it was battle cakes. There's a video about it you can see here. Definitely worth checking out. The Site 3 birthday shenanigans are always a lot of fun. Documenting Mark's project, Poor Courtesy. He brought this to quite a few open houses. In fact, we even had the crew from Vice show up and try it out. Hot peppers. Mark has been growing lots of hot peppers, including Carolina Reapers and ghost peppers and scorpion and all sorts of awful things that you shouldn't put in your mouth. I found the flex wax that I bought about 10 years ago when I was in art school. I wanted to make a few more severed hands and stuff. So there's some fingers. If you look at the top, I've embedded some actual bits of sterilized chicken bone. And the crew from Geektropolis came by and filmed a segment with a number of Site 3 members about the shop. I'm not sure if it's been posted yet or not, but I've actually been following their channel, and if you're looking for cool Maker-related stuff that's happening in the city, check these guys out. They were very nice to us. You can see the death trap in the background. And here is CJT, or as I like to call him, Dr. CJT. He'll kill me if he hears I said that on a video. making a circular version of Reversey. If you're not familiar with Reversey, corners are strategically significant in the way the game is played, so the circular version has no corners, changing the game entirely. And an old Site 3 classic is the Extinguisher. It's a fire extinguisher that has been modified to shoot rather than extinguish fire. People always get a huge kick out of playing with that one. The crew from Vice putting on their Muse headsets for the drinking game Poor Courtesy. These guys were very cool, awesome to hang out with. If you ever get a chance to be interviewed by Vice, go for it because they're awesome. And finally, people have been talking about and wanting this for quite a while, and finally Site 3 was an official venue for Nuit Blanche, and we had a number of excellent exhibitions. So I myself participated. Kyle Clements, you can see that over here, but there was a lot of other cool stuff. The main one probably being Galaxy Heist, the crazy ass laser thing, which was just amazing. I just love some of the alternative labels that get put on things at the shop. Here's the CNC milling machine I mentioned earlier in the mostly blurry photo. Here it is cutting some stuff out of bronze or brass sheets. It's cool to be able to mass produce something like this locally and not having to order out to a larger shop, being bent into shape, and finally meeting its end goal of becoming a fastener for some armor. Alternative ways of heating hot glue. I really like this way. It actually works better than a hot glue gun. So, Nadim, you're brilliant. And Site 3 got a vending machine. Here is the crew taking it upstairs. This was very heavy, a lot of peeling, but it's got a lot of potential to sell merchandise and supplies. We can actually sell merch without having to have an actual person there to facilitate the transaction. It can just go in a box, so very exciting. Peeling the stickers was not easy. And I have no idea what this is, but the shop recently acquired one, so that's cool, I guess. And that's it. I hope you've enjoyed the Site 3 2014 roundup. If you haven't had a chance to come by the shop for an open house, I would strongly encourage you to do so, because 2015 is going to have more of the same. Of course, it's all going to be new and exciting and awesome, so you should definitely come by and check it out.